Notice light activity coming from this direction shooting upward and over to the left. If you look closely, you'll begin to see the little specks, white specks of light, the drones or whatever. They'll begin coming up. They start coming over toward me. This is the night that I spoke to the DNR guy, and he was waiting at the railroad tracks. This was the one night he came to try to catch them, and I was walking toward the backyard. I didn't realize this at the time, but they were beginning to jam the signal and turn off the infrared. My camera is pointed up toward the sky. This is when I began noticing that they were circling around me. That I started noticing multiple drones. I was very surprised to see multiple. You'll see where I catch them. I start losing focus in my camera. And my camera is going to go out shortly. It's going to completely black out. Here you can see a couple more of the drones. You can tell how slowed down this is. There's another one. I was walking my dog and I was trying to be nonchalant, but they were making it very obvious they didn't want me back there anymore. All right, Mom. Oh, and the camera just went out. All right, I'm doing a frame by frame to show the beams of light shooting up. Going off of the location of my house, that's where that stationary light is. You can see where the location of these drones are coming from the shoots of light. And you can see the drones if you look real closely, because you can see the little white specks and where they're traveling over to the left. And my property essentially ends where the tree line ends. My property is fairly big, and these lots are fairly big lots. They're a number of acres. I don't know how to do measurements or anything regarding like the angle of these lights or anything like that, but that should help narrow it down which property these drones were coming from. This video is from the same night that I uploaded on TikTok and YouTube a while back. And I counted 4 like red ones, red flashing ones, and then there was like some white ones, and all of a sudden I saw there was like stuff like flashing. Like stuff was being like shot out, flash, and then my camera went dead. All of a sudden something flashed, that happened the other night. And my camera went dead. Camera editing, I played with the color, and then watch. First, look at that. First, look at that. Do you see that little zip up? He zipped up out of camera range, but watch what happens. Watch. Okay, so I amped up the reds and the lightness. And look, all the stuff they were shooting, you can see it kind of grid up. And they were doing this when I was shooting the moon. Okay, do you see that? And it's all getting like closer and closer, and the freaky part's gonna come up. This just it makes me I'm gonna get like teary-eyed. There's a doozy that gets shot up, and that's where it disables my camera. You'll see. See it? And you'll see slowly everything's gonna start going dark. You see that? Everything starts fading out. So even though I'm physically seeing certain things, that's also making sense where I'm not getting proof or being able to see things on camera. Look at that. And it's still, you can see where the little laser, where the grid things, where it's like disabling and it shuts off my camera. Look how freaky that is. Are you guys freaked out? I certainly am.